Right. Thank you, everyone. And first of all, I'd like to invite all of you. A very good evening. And I am Rajesh Singh. Saurabh, can you confirm that I am audible just before we start the session?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Saurabh. Thank you so much for the confirmation. So I once again welcome all of you in this webinar, counseling webinar of AI in clinical trials. So I am Rajesh Singh. I am head of the process of the AI in the IICRS, International Institute of Clinical Research Studies. And this is very unique and we have tried a lot and we have researched a lot about the new technology, new change in the clinical trial industry. So we all are here to understand exactly what is AI, what is the role of AI in the clinical trials, whether it is like just a hype or is there any fact that AI is going to change or like, disrupt the industry. So throughout this session, though this session will be a bit long, maybe around 2 hours, and but we will try to understand each and every facts about the AI, what is the ecosystem, what is the actual process of the clinical trials. This webinar is targeted for both fresher as well as the people who are from the industry who have some experience. So we will see like how the AI is going to help you or change you the process. Everything will go into deep and understand. And I'll expect all of you to remain with me here in this session so that towards the end we can have a question answer and I'll try to answer all of your questions regarding to the artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, during the session, I'll request you to please keep your microphone muted so that we can have a uninterrupted sessions. And obviously, we'll open for the discussion towards the end of the session. Thank you so much. So again, let us start with this very exciting session and the new technology. So first, before we try to understand what is AI, this session we have kept completely limited to the clinical trials. I'll not talk about the AI for any other things. We will discuss the AI for the clinical trials only. So before starting the session, let us have some question what exactly point of worry, whether we know about AI, we have learned about we have heard about the AI. It's a buzzword now in the market, and everybody's talking about the AI. But exactly the issue is like that. There is still a confusion, so there are a few questions that makes us worry. Will AI take my entry level jobs? Not only entry level, maybe the senior jobs. Will even the 5 to 10 year experience become irrelevant after artificial intelligence? And will my salary stagnant? It will not grow because AI is going to take up the jobs. And am I already behind? So yes, a lot of things are there. There are two different set of discussion going on inside the market. One is like the one stream is saying like AI will remove everything, and another is like there is no AI in clinical trial. But both are wrong. We'll try to understand exactly what AI means inside the clinical trial process. So we'll go one by one and we'll try to understand. So as first to start, AI replaces task. Obviously, AI is going to replace a lot of tasks, but the skilled professionals who upgrade themselves, who already have updated or who will upgrade themselves, there will always a place in the AI, oh, sorry, in the clinical trial. Now, our agenda of today's webinar, first we'll try to understand the industry context, what is the market size, what is the growth, what is the trend in the industry, and then what are the basic, because as I discussed, like this is for the freshers also. So first we'll try to quickly understand the basic process of the clinical research, clinical data management, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs for the freshers, fine, and like a very quick idea so that you can correlate that which job roles, which process are going to be taken over by the artificial intelligence and how much human intervention is required. Then we'll also try to understand the basic fundamentals of the artificial intelligence, like what is machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, everything. And then in the next section, we'll try to analyze the threat. If there is a threat, what is the exact threat? What is the threat for? What are the threats for the freshers? What are the threats for the mid-career professionals and what may be the career roadmap towards the end, and then we'll have a discussion session. Okay, so before we delve deep into the AI and AI implementations or implications into the trial industry, we'll try to first understand the clinical trial process in the industry. Fine. So we all know might be like there may be few freshers who are from the life sciences background. They don't know what exactly is. To sum up this, the entire drug development. First, the drug development is a process of developing a new molecule, new treatment. Basically, these may be any kind, anything. They may drug also, maybe any medical devices, any therapies also. So the basic fundamental purpose of developing a new therapies, new treatment, right, for curing any kind of ailment or the disease. And there are multiple things like we don't go deep into that in this webinar because that is very complicated thing. But again, so the process starts on the discovery of the drug. Discovery means suppose we have seen the COVID. So when the COVID was there, first we need to finalize the right molecule, right chemical, or right like product which will enter into the clinical trial, human trial, and which will serve as a candidate throughout the trial process. So first is part of searching a right molecule on which we can start a test. Simple. Then we test those molecules. These molecules may be any numbers. These are not the single or two numbers. There are a lot of numbers. So these are first tested in the tissue culture and then on the animal test bodies to test the efficacy and the dose optimize and everything. So this is a preclinical part, discovery part and the preclinical part. And once this is done, so we get approval from the regulators and that you can just start the human trial. So human trial are basically called the clinical trial because early days these trial were, and even now the trial is conducted by the doctors. So the product is into the doctor's clinic, so that's why it's called the clinical trial. So this clinical trial has multiple phases, depends on like the multiple outcome. So start sometimes phase 0 is also there, but generally it's a phase 1 to phase 4. So phase 1 is about like the small microdosing on the healthy volunteers. Phase 2 is like we increase the number of the patients, number of amount for analyzing the PKPD analysis is done, ADM is done. Then we move on to the phase 3. Phase 3 is the largest trial, and basically before any molecule becomes drug, this is the phase 3 part. So phase 3 is multi-centric, multi-country trial and conducted for the multiple parameters like the genetical, age group, gender, everything is considered in this phase 3 trial. And this is the one of the largest, like most of the fund is consumed in the phase 3 trial. Then there is a post-marketing once even the drug is approved. So then also the pharmacovigilance, post-marketing pharmacovigilance to keep watch to monitor the drug during the life cycle. It's like this is a phase 4 basically. So we'll not go deeply into that because that is a different chapter. And then there is like NDA or the marketing authorization review is there by the regulators. And also like post-marketing is like the phase 4. So basically drug is the drug development has a life cycle and every process includes a lot of work to be done and a lot of things are done and which is like a part of the clinical trial training. So I hope like many maybe like you understand or like you can visit our this YouTube channel. I'll share it with you. My team will share with you, and you can have a like if you don't know anything about trials, so you can have a better idea there also. Now, understanding the market size, it's a very important thing to understand because nowadays we see that a lot of market, like market situation is fluctuating, market is there, and we see a lot of recession there because even the IT sector, a lot of jobs are going away. Every company is firing their employees. Like US, you might have seen like US have increased the visa fees to like approximately like $90,000 because now they don't want IT professionals and other like professionals who are directly like working on the day-to-day or iterative process because AI has already taken over those jobs and industry don't want these people there. So there are multiple things going across the world, but we will try to understand whether these changes, these are impacting the clinical trial job rules or the process or not. So now we can see we are sitting here in 2025-26, it's around $84 billion which is going to become $158 billion by 2033. And even this, if we talk about the CRO, which is your target, the contract research organizations, your target organizations, presently at around 55, $56 billion, which will be like around 96 just in like few years, only like 7, 8, 9 years. So you can see the growth that is expected. And this is not an hypothetical data, this is industry data, right? And why these are figures that we like have an idea right now, because there are a lot of things which will be changing after implementation of artificial intelligence. First, like chronic disease, a lot of trial is going to start on the chronic disease and the R&D and the precision medicines we are working. Decentralized trial is one of the very new thing after 2025 July. If you are updated, aware about the new ICH E6R3 guidelines, so they have approved the uh, decentralized clinical trial, electronic consent, and the use of the new technology, that is artificial intelligence, for the clinical research process. And after this, the industry has seen a lot of change, a lot of growth, progress into that. And the reason, because we may be thinking like that AI will be going to eat up our jobs, but the matter of fact is that around 10,000 new molecules are going to enter into the clinical trial within next 5 years. So lots of job will be created. And also the decentralized trial. So decentralized trial basically is for the telemedicine or the treatment at the home, and where a lot of AI enabled devices will be used, like AI based CCTV camera or the continuous glucose monitor, the cardiac monitor. Multiple devices are going to be used, so they will generate huge set of data. Presently, if we talk about the phase 3 trial, around produce around 2 to 3 billion data sets, and which is going to be around 5.5 billion data sets after complete implementation of the artificial intelligence, that is a decentralized clinical trial. So a lot of even the regulators are supporting the virtual trial and the telemedicines. And if any of you are from my last webinar, so you must be knowing that FDA already has implemented the AI into the regulatory dossier analysis. That is their platform, FDA ELSA. And also the EMA has like created the training module for the AI for the corporates, for the industry, the guidelines. And the ICH already has permits that fine. So this is the growth, and this is not like a temporary growth. The clinical trial industry is never going to see a slowdown for at least next 10 years. The growth will be high. The region, we need a lot of there are a lot of disease which are ignored, and now the trial will be starting, because our trial period is going to shrink from 15 to 5 years after complete AI implementation. So what are the various trends and things which is changing the clinical trial, which is changing or speeding up the process? So first is the decentralized trial. Like we discussed, this is a process like remote monitoring, electronic consent, home health. This is like after COVID, we required this. So decentralized trial is one of the thing where we need a lot of artificial intelligence and the technology to monitor the patient at the remote locations. And also we got the e-consent, electronic consent approval. And then real world evidence is one, we get a lot of databases, the precision medicines, targeted oncology, rare disease therapies. And these are changing the entire ecosystem of the clinical trial. Digital health is also like we are a lot of digital devices like our smart monitors or even the smartwatch. They are keeping track of a lot of things, and there are multiple devices even like coming into the world. Even like if you are updated, the digital monitor for the or forecasting of the cardiac arrest or the asthma has also been launched, which can predict even asthma or the cardiac arrest 5 days in advance before it happens. So these are the things which is changing our uh, entire clinical trial process. Now we'll try to understand quickly a very quick understanding of the clinical trial process and the departments which are involved there. So major four department I'll be considering. There are multiple departments like medical writing is one of them, and there are multiple departments. But we'll be focusing on the clinical research, clinical data management, pharmacovigilance, and regulatory affairs, because these are the four important departments, and most of the trial revolves around these departments. So what is clinical research? For the people who are from the industry, they don't need to bother about this. But for the freshers, I'll let you know, as like we are planning to enter into clinical research department. The clinical operations, basically these are called clinical operations. So what are the key functions? First is study build. When we talk about the study build, so protocol design, the CRF or the electronic CRF creations. So protocol design is a set of regulations, set of guidelines that is created to conduct the trial. So rules and regulation that is created. So the complete design is created for to start any trial. So a lot of tools are used like metadata, Vault, and their EDC. Then there is a process, site management. The people manage the site. They analyze the feasibility and the trial initiations, and then enrollment oversight. Enrollment is one of the big issue, because enrolling a patient is a very much important task of the clinical trial department, operation department. Then they have to monitor the trial, like source document validations and the risk-based monitoring with the central dashboard. And again, we have like ETMF, so they have to upload all the data, the trial data, to the ETMF file. So multiple softwares are used there. So this is a basic function. So basically, you monitor the trial, you keep track of that, of the trial, you design the trial, you design the site selection, the patient monitoring, everything in the clinical operation departments. As a fresher, you start as CRC, and you are doing the EDC, electronic data capture. So you are just uploading the data, you are taking data from the doctors and then uploading into the ETMF, electronic trial master file, right? And then the senior people manage everything, because they monitor the trial, they visit the site and everything they are doing. Now, the next department is the clinical data management department. It's the most crucial department. And after the artificial intelligence, a big debate here, like whether the data management will be, jobs will be going away, or it will be more relevant. Because higher prediction is that the jobs with the AI enabled data management will be more relevant. But we'll try to understand what are the basic job roles. So the sites enter the data. Then there is a process called edits, checks, and the queries, and the MEDRA. It's like you do the coding of those medical terminologies, and then finally you lock the data. Fine. So this is a very important department. All the data passes through the data management department, and cleaning the data, removing the discrepancies or the duplicacy is major job role of the data department, management department, and finally they lock the data. And if similarly in the pharmacovigilance department, which is also, you may call it a pharma, like a drug police, or the pharma monitors. So basically their job role is to monitor the adverse event. So whatsoever the adverse event is detected, the side effect, the adverse event is the side effect. So that is monitored by the pharmacovigilance department. Their responsibility is to check whether the particular reaction or the side effect was due to a specific drug or due to some other factor. Right? So as a junior entry level jobs, your responsibility will be like the case intake, data entry, routine coding, and in the senior like signal management, aggregate reporting, global safety strategy. There are tools being used for this. Argus is there, SSG is there, multiple Viva Safety is there. There are multiple tools being used in the pharmacovigilance department. Same as the regulatory. Again, regulatory is very crucial department, and more documentation work is done into the regulatory department, because they are the basically channel bridge between the sponsor or the clinical research and the regulatory authorities. So regulatory authorities are government agencies like FDA, EMA, CDSCO in India, and they control the trial, they give approval for any drug. So regulators are very important stakeholders, and the department of the regulatory authorities, they communicate between the regulatories and the sponsors, the trial company and the pharma company. So a lot of jobs are involved there, like IND application, that is called an investigational new drug, or the new drug application is done, created by them. They write all the dossiers, create all the dossiers, and everything is like mentioned. Then they do the submissions. They communicate with the regulatory authorities, maybe in the pre-IND meeting or the pre-NDA meeting. So their job role is like communicating between other regulatory authorities and the company, and a lot of documentation is created by these departments. So they need to have a deeper understanding of all the regulatory guidelines and how everything else documentation is done. Because even a single wrong submission is done, so there may be a chance like the drug approval may be denied by the regulators. Yeah, so these are the basic like departments. I have not gone deep into those departments because today's session is towards understanding the role of AI into the clinical trial. Now we have understood the market scenario. We have understood the basic understanding, working, functioning of the clinical research department or the clinical trial department. Right? Now we'll try to first understand the what are the basics of AI? What does AI mean? So as of now, when I talk to a lot of people, I find like everyone is confused. AI means Chat GPT. Yes, Chat GPT is a like part of AI or it's a tool of AI, but AI is much more deeper than our just a Chat GPT or Google Gemini or some sorry image making tool or video making tool. They are the tools of the AI. That is not AI actually. So they are the LM. So AI if we talk about the deeper understanding of AI or the tools that completely makes an AI, so one of them is like machine learning. So what is machine learning? Very quick understanding. Machine learning is an algorithm. Algorithm is set of instructions, or you can consider as programs working behind the scene. So they learn patterns from data. They do the flag anomalies or they predict enrollment. So basically, if I explain you the machine learning, so if you do anything on the daily day-to-day basis, the machine learning can learn from the behavior, learn from the data, and become capable of handling anything, doing the same things that humans are doing that. So if we understand the like machine learning, so suppose machine learning is like a smart student, and you start teaching them and start teaching about the things, and suppose like the doctor is being trained by the professors. What happens when you start learning or start in like you enrolled in the MBBS course? So first your professor shows you multiple slides, maybe the multiple x-rays and everything, and will tell you that if this is the symptom, this will be the outcome, this will be the disease things. Similarly, we also train to the artificial intelligence or the machine learning, we can call it. And at the end, the machine learning will be able to understand each and everything and can do everything which human can do. So basically, if we understand artificial intelligence, so artificial intelligence is basically like uh, working as a human. So it's a human brain in the form of the computer or the software. Fine. And then there's a one called the natural language processing, that, which can understand any kind of text, which can extract data from even this adverse event, serious adverse event narratives, and translate reports also. So basically, NLP in a common language, common term, if you want to understand. So you can provide any book just on your Chat GPT, because Chat GPT has everything, your machine learning, NLP, and the everything. Computer vision also they have the tools. So you can just like upload any 500-page PDF on that, and then ask that your Chat GPT, I want a summary from the book within 5,000 words only or 2,000 words only. Or you can also like ask any specific question from that specific book, and your NLP will answer that. In medical terminology, in clinical trial world, all the like documents or the doctor's notes, everything which is not structured, now they can be analyzed, or even the all the lab reports, everything can be analyzed and formatted by the NLP tools. So there were a lot of humans were involved, a lot of like NLP or the tools, AI tools will be being used. There's a very big innovations in the computer vision. So computer vision is basically a tool which can read. It's kind of eye to the of the at artificial intelligence. So even in our day-to-day life, we have seen see computer vision many times. Regularly, we see the computer vision tools like your smartphone. When you put your face in front of your smartphone, it gets unlocked. How it does it works? So basically, it understand it, recognize your face, and then it unlocks your phone. Your red light or the challan camera, the CCTV camera like placed on the highway or the red lights, which detects the violation of the road rule and sends you challan. So that is like a part of the computer vision. Now in the clinical trial industry, this is being used, not will be used, being used for analyzing of like the any imagery data like CT scan, X-rays, or even if you want to like if you have a lot of lab reports and that is handwritten, so you can just scan those handwrittens and upload into the CV computer vision module, and this will immediately understand. Even you can practice, you can just take some advertisement which is in the image format, just upload on your chat GPT and ask like please give me the translate or give me fetch all the text from the image and give me in one sheet. So it will only take the text from that image, or if you want to understand what is the image is all about, you can ask like what is this image all about, please explain me. So your chat GPT even is so much capable that it can explain everything for you just by looking into the pictures. So because pictures don't have anything to copy, you cannot copy the text like other tools, but AI can understand because that is using our computer vision tools. LLM, we all know what is LLM, that is generative AI. All our tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or anything which will be, which is like we all are using on day-to-day basis. Most of the people are using these LLM for the like as a Google, the search engine, but basically they are much more advanced and very robust system, very complicated system, and which can do literally anything, whatever you can think. But yes, obviously that will not have any cognitive like power. So we'll quickly have like if we understand the AI means what is exactly. So computer program that perform tasks requiring human thinking. Whatever we can do, we can think, our AI can do that. In clinical research, AI reads the protocol, the set of rules. It can extract the inclusion exclusion criteria. So what may be the inclusion exclusion criteria for the patient recruitment, and so it can do the things for us. The machine learning is like which can learn from the pattern without any programming. We have to just show the pattern, fine, and based on that pattern, uh, suppose like we are doing some kind of adverse analysis, so adverse reaction, so that like pattern, if you train that, if this is these are the fluctuations, this is the flag, so this will be the outcome, so my ML will learn that. So in a clinical trial, ML learns from past trials and which sites recruit fast. So even for the site selections or the patient recruitment, my machine learning algorithm can tell me which are the patients which have higher rate of dropout, because patient dropout is very big issue. And that's why the clinical trial industry is using the predictive analysis. The predictive analysis is the part of the machine learning, which can predict for on behalf of you, and more accurate, more precise prediction can be done. And because patient, if patient leaves the trial in the mid, that is a huge loss. Even a single day delay in the clinical trial, there's around $10,000 loss to the pharma company sponsors. So it is very important to retain all the patients which has been enrolled for the trial for during for whole of the trial, fine. Then there is a term which is called the deep learning or neural network. You might have heard about the name of the deep learning. So basically, it's a replica of human brains, like our neurons we have. Similarly, that is a neural network. Neural means brain network, fine. So ML is inspired by the brain connections, created image and complex pattern. So it can analyze the complex pattern as a human can do. The only advantage with the AI tools, like it do not get fatigueness, or it do not gets tired, and it never becomes biased. So always the result will be same and accurate. So in our like ECG image or the drug safety analysis, safety signal analysis, neural network is doing great, and a lot of tools has been already developed for that. And then for the natural language processing, that is NLP, AI can read and understand human text and language. You can just do anything, like you can also write something from your hand, and just take a picture, upload on your chat GPT, and it will translate that or convert that into proper structured Hindi, English, Bengali, Kannada, French, German, whatsoever language you give the command. So if we see the use of the NLP, so it can read around like suppose we have 500 SAE, the serious adverse event narratives, and it can extract the patient age, drug, adverse event, what happened with all the 500 patients. So we don't need to go manually. We don't need to create a complete Excel sheet and do the analysis. So if we want to have a, suppose we are doing some cancer trial or the diabetic trial. So if I want, like, give me the list of the patient who had the HB1AC level more than 10, fine. So it will find all the patient which has meets that criteria and will create a list for you. Or you want to have a patient which is under 35 age. So it will read entire document, entire essay narratives, and it will give you a list of the people who are under the age of 35 only. You don't need to go manually or through all the list, and you can sorting, searching is not done. Just upload the document, forget this. The NLP will do the rest for you. Then we have the LLM, large language models like our Chat GPT. They can write like because they already we have trained on multiple type of data, the text, the imageries, audio, video, everything. So it can create a summary, the clinical trial summary for us. Even if you are updated in the last year, I think May 2025, the FDA has given approval that all the companies, the sponsors or the CRO, they can now write the final summary, that is the dossier, through the help of the any LLM model, that is generative AI. They can use ChatGPT, Cloud, or Gemini to create the final dossier, and that can be submitted. And to meet the challenge, the FDA has developed their own internal dossier analysis platform, that is AI platform, which is the name ELSA. You can just go and search on the website of the FDA, the FDA ELSA. You will find everything. So they have already approval has been given for that. And now a very important, we all know, we all like on the day-to-day basis on the YouTube, Instagram, all the social media, agents, AI agents. So what exactly AI agents? We know like AI agents like this, we can automate the process. Basically, AI agents is not just automation of the process, right? Basically, agents are like a human employee. So I can create one agent which can completely do my all the clinical data management process. So they will be, suppose I am working with 5 people in a team. So I can create a 5 virtual agent for these people, and they can do everything what the people were doing. Just I have to train that. Fine. First I have to train that. So agent is like they can analyze the safety data, detect signals also. They can draft the PSUR also, that is periodic safety update report, and even they can create flags for human review. So everything almost like that repetitive job, which where we are doing still now the AI has not been implemented completely. So but yes, they can do the things for us, right? So agentic AI is one of the like the thing when we understand the complete AI. So there we can create the agentic, but obviously a lot of people are doing the agentic AI without understanding the core. But that is a very simple like kind of the toy we are having. But agentic AI has a lot of like in-depth capacity or the greater capacity to do anything in the process. Now we see where is AI in clinical trial right now in 2026. So we see the PV case intake and coding into our left hand side is a lot of process is like being handled by the artificial intelligence, and PV coding and RBM, risk-based management, are already at scale. And GenAI, that is generative AI dossier drafting, is rapidly moving from pilot to production. And full automation trial management is research stage and years away, just 1 or 2 year maximum that we are there. So AI moving from pilot to production does not mean replacing humans, obviously, that because we'll understand how the AI is not going to replace we humans. But yes, we can see like for AI signal detection in the pharmacovigilance, a lot of work is being done, and the site feasibility analysis or the dossier drafting, and the case intake and the coding, which is the entry level jobs. A lot of process has been already automated, and that's why you can see like even a lot of companies like this is internal thing, but again a lot of companies has either stopped like hiring a lot of people in the manual iterative process, or they have reduced the salary structure. Many company, large company, even they have reduced the salaries. And even a lot of like senior people now they are like facing a lot of challenge, like how to survive in the industry, because end of the day the industry is not like very like pro employee. They are more keen towards the profitability and the faster trial, because the now if you see the present trial duration is around 10 to 15 years of time for the complete life cycle, which is going to be reduced by around 3 to 5 years at maximum. Lot of drug already is being developed. Even your COVID vaccine was developed on the machine learning tool and the silos. So we have used lot of like the virtual simulators, virtual environment, the patient cohort for this, and that is why it was developed within just 1 or 2 year of time. Otherwise, if we go through the timeline, it takes around 3 to 5 years just to enter the clinical trial, phase 1 trial. But so that is like a lot of drug, even the cancer drug, diabetes drug, they are now being developed through the artificial intelligence. So industry already using, whether we are updated or not, that is a different thing. So we'll see like AI in action. So clinical research use case, we'll see few the use case of the clinical trial, so that will understand. So in the clinical operation, or whatever you call it, a clinical research department. So clinical operation is the team that manage the actual running of the clinical trial. They find hospitals and clinics to participate. They are called the sites, fine. And they monitor whether the trial is being conducted correctly. They ensure patient data is being collected properly. So in our old manual method, the site feasibility scoring, researchers manually review each hospital clinic to decide if it is good, if it is a good fit for the trial or not. And this is a very slow and based on guesswork. So this all depends on the human guesswork. So it depends on like the how expert that specific person is that. 100% source data verification. A monitor visits every site and checks every signal patient's record by hand to catch errors. And it's very time consuming. So they have to visit the trial, the clinical research people, they have to visit the site and they have to check whether the data which has been provided by the doctors, are they valid, are they authentic or not. And it was like the Excel based risk tracking. So team used spreadsheet to track problems at site. And just like a lot of confusion, a lot of error been like there. And now when we compare it with the AI powered method or the way, so AI analyze the past trial data through the various tools, and to rank and recommend the best performing site automatically. And it is done within like few minutes and hours. We don't need days to do that, because our AI algorithm, AI model is so fast that it can read millions of data sets just in fraction of hours. Right? So it will not take days to complete. So where site feasibility studies, now these were taking months to be completed. RBM, risk-based monitoring, AI dashboard flags only the site patient that shows unusual patterns. So suppose like what happens, we are collecting a data, we are getting a data from the trial site, and the doctor is feeding, or the CRC person is feeding the data. So for verifying those data, the trial monitor or the CRA, they have to visit to the clinical trial. They have to check each and every data, patient data. But my AI system is so smart, so advanced, that it will not check like ask you to visit all the sites. It will keep on analyzing all the data which is coming from the trial sites, and it's because the connected system, continuous system. So it will create a flag, the signal that these sites, these hospitals data seems to be some unusual. So my clinical trial monitor or the associate will only focus on those trial sites or the hospitals from where the flags has been generated. So this saves a lot of time of visiting each and every site. We'll only focus on the particular site where the flag has been generated. So it's all complete automated. Even this, like the tools like metadata is already implemented AI for that. And like that read the trial protocol documents, it reads the trial protocol document and auto generates the study setup and saving weeks of the manual work. So here we are saving a lot of time, and basically AI saves time from the repetitive work, and which huge data is being used, which is like very much prone to error by human eyes, right? So this is what the clinical operations. Again, there's one big challenge in the clinical research department. There's the patient recruitment. As we discussed, like patient recruitment is very like sensitive thing. Suppose I have enrolled a patient for the cancelled trial, and this patient was enrolled. Just a moment. Naima, please, will answer your question. Yeah, please. Okay, sorry. So the patient, suppose we have enrolled a patient for the cancelled trial, and the patient was enrolled for 3 years of time or 2 year of time. But after 1.5 year, the patient dropped from the trial. So that is a huge loss because we have to reinitiate the entire process because we need a complete data. We cannot work on half data. So we have to enroll a new patient, and the entire process will be reinitiated. That is not a time loss, that is also the financial loss. And if we could not find the right amount of the patient, so that is like a huge loss, and the trial gets delayed due to that. Because end of the day, your regulators, your FDA, EMA, they need the complete data. They will not listen to you that you could not get a required amount of patients, so you have just given a half cooked result. They need complete result, complete data. So how AI can do the things for us and much better than. First is the protocol analysis. AI can read our trial inclusion exclusion criteria. So basically inclusion exclusion criteria is the who are the people, who are the patient who can be enrolled into the trial or who cannot be enrolled. Like if I don't want any pregnant lady to be part of the my trial, so I'll put it as exclusion criteria, or the children under age of 14 year, so that will be exclusion criteria. So there are a lot of inclusion exclusion criteria, and my AI algorithm can understand this. Then it will do the EHR screening. It will scan all the electronic health records, all the data, the patient data that is being fed to the database system, and a digital, like it's a digital patient file at hospitals to identify patients who match the trial criteria. And what used to take like weeks now takes just few hours, 1 or 2 hours. That is done. Then eligible patients are flagged and their doctors are notified so that the right people are invited to participate faster. So this will analyze who are the patients, and how they can be like if they are ready to, or they are eligible for the trial. So the doctor will be notified that please inform the patient, and the patient are requested to join the trial. There are multiple things in patient matching and the forecasting for that. That is a deeper part we cannot discuss here right now. And then recruitment tracking, AI dashboard. Already a lot of company has developed AI dashboard and monitors enrollment progress in real time and predicts if a site will fall behind, so the team can act early. So what happens, the even my AI dashboard, my AI live dashboard will keep on tracking all the like enrollments, and we'll also check like if there is any chance like the required number of the enrollment is not happening within stipulated time. So it can ask or tell the team that with some measures to be implemented so that the timely recruitment can be done. So this is one like big challenge, and the AI is already helping the clinical trial departments. But yes, you can see what will be the real impact. There will be around 30 to 50% reduction in the time, overall time, not only the patient recruitment time, and faster site activation, because site can be started very fast, almost 2 times faster. But what does it mean for our career? So AI tools like Medidata Rave, Viva Vault, Oracle, Clinical One are becoming standard. They all have implemented artificial intelligence into that, right? And but yes, if you read the E6R3 guidelines of the ICH International Conference for the Harmonization, they have clearly mentioned that for now, for like at least 5 years, that whatsoever we are going to implement AI, the final judgment will be through the humans only, final decision by the human only. So AI can flag a patient match, but the CRA, Clinical Research Associates, decides if the site is truly ready and the patient is truly safe to enroll. So the role of CRA will always be there. Fine, CRA trial monitor will be there. New roles are coming up from the iterative jobs of the entry of the data or the basic analysis, SDV, source document verification. The titles like the or the job roles like the clinical AI analyst or the RBM specialist are developing right now. So now as a fresher, you can start learning the data capture, and also should learn the RBM, the risk-based monitoring, and like also you should focus more on the artificial intelligence part, how to use those tools. There is one like we'll also try to understand the CDM few things so that we can understand what are the threat there and what are the job roles being taken. So basic, if we see the manual method, so writing edit checks by hands, CDM team manually write rules that is called edit checks. And to catch a data error, for example, flag if patient age is below 18. So writing these hundreds of these rules takes weeks of time. And even for the manual query management, so with an error, when an error is found in the data, the CDM team sends a query, that is question, to the doctors or the sites to ask like whether these error is deliberately reported or what is the cause of the error. So tracking hundreds of queries in a spreadsheet in a slow and error prone process. A lot of things are even missed many times, because every time when you the CDM team gets a error, so they have to ask the source team, the trial site team, that why this error is there, what you have written in the documents. So they have to cross check, and only they can finalize the data. But when we are doing the same thing through the AI system, so AI studies historical clean trial data and recommends smarter validation rules automatically. This means fewer unnecessary queries and fast data cleaning is done. Anomaly detections, instead of only catching errors that match pre-written rules, machine learning scans the entire database for unusual patterns like patient's blood pressure suddenly spiking, sorry, and that human might miss. Tools like casters and everything like Google AI also there for these things we are doing. So basically, we see like a lot of the time-consuming process, a lot of like even the manual medical coding that is a part of this. So we don't have to do the medical coding manually. AI has already has been trained on that, and it has understood all the dictionaries, Medra, WHO dictionaries, and it can automatically code the equivalent terminology for that. So that is when you understand like what is the medical coding. So that AI is doing right now. And our LLM, that is ChatGPT style AI, can now draft data management plan and SDTM, mapping notes and from simple bullet points. And so basically we see most of the process of the CDM, it's now being shifted to the artificial intelligence. But yes, final validation, final monitoring will be with the humans only. Same in the pharmacovigilance, the manual case intake, which was done by the entry level people, the pharmacovigilance professionals. Now it is done through the AI. Obviously, every company have not implemented. Don't worry about that, because we need more time. Because there is a thing which is like AI is like a humans. Suppose you are a fresher in the industry, so I cannot put all the responsible things on your shoulder without testing anything. So AI is in the test phase, and it will take around 3 years time. So you have a 3 year window till you become expert of the AI process. For everything we now see like the AI is shifting, and even the manual signal detection, like safety scientist, that is a pharmacovigilance scientist, manually review large tables of data to spot patterns, and like is this side effect happening more than expected. And this requires deep expertise and takes significant time for this signal detection, whereas my machine learning signal detection scans safety database to identify unusual pattern and across thousands of cases, and it takes around like 1 or 2 hours or maximum 3 hours. It depends on the data size, and flagging potential safety signals much faster than manual review, so which was taking around weeks to months of time, now being done in hours. And already we see there are tools being used in the pharmacovigilance, like Oracle Argus auto translate safety narrative into 30 languages, removing language barrier in global trials. RSG Nava X process 7 lakh safety cases per year using artificial intelligence, and a scale impossible without with a manual team alone. That is not possible. Our generative AI drafts the first version of case narrative, which is the case narrative that you write, and for the medical reviewer. So medical reviewer will look into these reviews after that. So PV is one of the fastest AI adopting areas in clinical research, clinical trial, due to sheer case volumes. Right. So this is what, and even the regulatory affairs we discussed earlier also, like for the dossier creations, for everything, already the AI being used. for manual document drafting or the submission. Even like suppose I am planning to submit my IND or NDA application to 5 regulators. So every regulator will have a different guidelines, different rules and regulations, because my AI is so enabled, so advanced that it knows the regulations, guidelines of every regulator. So it will create a separate dossier for each regulator, which is like very time consuming, and a lot of guidelines are even missed while doing by manual things. So this is done, and everything like now we are using a lot of AI tools for the clinical research. So AI basically what we are understanding is not a thing of future, it's a thing of the present. Fine. Like we see there are a lot of deployment already been done, like Merck is there, Moderna plus Viva Vault is there, and Oracle Argus Viva Vault is again deploying AI agents across EDC CTMS. So they are all doing the things, they are all implementing the tools. Now very important part, which I think this is important for all of us to understand. What are the actual threat? We'll try to understand what's the actual threat. So I have actually, it took a lot of time to create these analysis because we have to study every department. So I have created this department wise, and for the freshers and the experienced people also, what are the threats and what are like the advantage where the human edge is there. Fine. So in clinical research department, clinical operation department, SDV and data queries, source document validation, that is manual checking patient records, high capacity of AI. So it's a very high threat, both for entry level people, for the senior professionals also with 5 to 10 year experience, if they are on to this process, source document validation, because this will be completely shifted to the AI. For routine SDV widget, this is a medium threat because AI will give you a flag for source document validations. So AI will create a flag and you have to widget. But for the fresher, it's a medium. But again, for the senior people, this will be done by the AI. So again, there is a high threat. And but again, if we see the contextual decision making and quality oversight, that will be done by the human. So this is the human edge that we can develop in investigators and site relationship. It's a one of the main critical part. So AI cannot replace this, and this here the CR people, the clinical research associate or the trial monitor, they will be interacting with the investigators and maintaining the, because AI cannot develop relationship, they don't have the empathy. So this is one section where you are not going to replace. In the CDM, the entry level data entry and basic coding, which is the entry level jobs, AI is very much capable. As of now, I'm talking about 2026 only, and very high risk for both experience in the entry level. But yes, the final validation, final check will be done by the humans. So if you have evolved, you have developed yourself for that. So to handle the AI things, understand AI analytics part, so that there you will be safe. For the edit check programming, it's a medium, and for the fresher level, and it's not a threat for the experience because logic design of checks like understanding data sets. Still, AI is not so evolved because we are into the weaker AI now. When we talk about the artificial intelligence, it's like narrow AI. It's not so like robust. When there will be AGI, artificial general intelligence, that will be even more advanced than the humans. Then pharmacovigilance, the medical coding has the medium threat level both. And for narrative writing, for the entry level is very high. For senior people, it's a medium threat. And for signal detection, that is understanding the side effect. For entry level, it's a medium threat. Again, for the senior professional, there is no threat as of now, because causality judgment is the drug or the reaction is real from the that drug only, or just like the hypothetical thing. So that analysis will be done by the humans only. So everything like the causality and the benefit risk assessment, the threat is very less. And but again, for the regulatory affairs, for the this ECTD hyperlinks, the threat is very high because automating electronic submission will be done by the regulators. So, but the senior, they will be there because they know the rules and regulation guidelines. So for them, there will be very less challenge. There are few examples like metadata is from the default system. So EDC plus AI analytics. Metadata AI includes ML based anomaly detection, anomaly detection, and it's across 30,000 trial globally. Synthetic control arm use real world data, machine learning to augment trial control arm. And basically, this is creating a virtual environment, and they can uh, analyze everything from the data. They don't need any human intervention. So Viva is there, the RSG there, IQVIA like already has implemented for the site feasibility, recruitment, and risk-based management. A lot of company, even the TCS and the Pfizer, and Pfizer is the leader of in AI in pharmacovigilance. So they are using AI for last many years, around 10 years, for their phase 4 pharmacovigilance. So these are just a few examples that I want to like you and make you understand. So just role wise for the freshers, I'll make you understand. Like if you see the clinical operation, clinical research associate or the site coordinator, which is the entry level jobs. So what you do as a normal thing when you join a company, when you join a job, what do you do? So you visit hospital sites and manually check every patient record against the original source document to verify accuracy. This is called the source data verifications. And you would also write basic visit report and maintain Excel tracker to log sites activity. Why AI threatens this? AI powered RBM risk based monitoring tools can now automatically flag which site and data point need checking, eliminating the need for 100% manual SDV, that is source data validations, and widget reports templates are also being auto generated. So what happens where there are 50 people working now, the lesser people will work because you don't need a lot of people for that, right? So again, for similar for the data management, when at the entry level you do like run standard queries and like reconcile data between different systems. So that will be done by the artificial intelligence. And but yes, you need to learn a lot of things. Same for the pharmacovigilance as we discussed throughout the slides, and the regulatory affairs also. A lot of things like dossier creations for the regulatory, they are now being like done by the AI tools. So as a rule, we have what should be our plan as a freshers? First, you have to learn artificial intelligence. Actually, if you are looking for a career into the clinical trial industry, any industry, not only clinical trial industry, any industry, this is an age where you cannot say that I don't know AI and I will be successful in my life. So this is a myth actually. So you have to learn artificial intelligence. Then as a clinical want to work in the clinical trial, understand why each data point matters, not just how to enter it. Build data literacy. You have to work on Excel sheet, basic SQL or Python because they are the foundational. And think yourself as junior analyst, not a data clerk. And try to understand AI because AI is not going to replace us at least for 5 years. So for the entry level jobs, I'm talking about the entry level jobs. And for the mid career also, if you are from working professionals, working industry professionals, so if you are stagnant, so there is a risk. So you have to move from executor to the designer or the overseer. So basically, you have to move to the planning level. So you have a like timeline for around 5 years of time is there, and so within these 3 years is maximum. Actually, 5 years is like on the higher side, but that is not practical data. We have around 3 years of time where we can upgrade ourselves. We can move from one lower department to the higher department to the analytics on decision maker part, so that we will be safe. Fine. So if we see the clinical research industry is going by around 7 to 8 CAGR, but only professionals who move with the change, how you can do this. First, 90% of the pharma organizations are integrating AI by 2026. And you can just go and check on the internet. This is not a hypothetical data. But yes, the fact is that the people with the AI skills, they are getting more salary. This is just the minimum that I have mentioned. because actually the Google says around 50 to 60%, sometimes hit 100% also, but around 20 to 35. So if you are at entry level, you are getting around 3 lakhs. So you'll be getting around 30% extra from the normal people, because they are hiring the normal candidates now. The region, still they have not implemented AI, so they are looking for that. But once they will be implementing 100%, so certainly you see the industry trend. Once they develop anything, they start firing. But before that, you have to escalate yourself, right? And the country like India and China is a fastest growing trial hub, clinical trial hub, because of the uh, uh, mm, low, like higher availability of the patient data sets also, or also the trained people. We have like a very large pool of the trained employees, and who are available at the like very cost effective prices also. So these two are very much important area for the trial. Now, as a fresher, what you should do? First, you should master the GCP guidelines, the new I6 E6R3, ICH E6R3. You can just go and download that from the ICH website, and then you have to choose one department. I have seen during the career counseling, a lot of people are buying a course like they're buying stuff from the market. I want to do CRPV, CDM, RA all, because this institute is offering me 5 modules, and we Indian have like buy one get one offer, and that is what like. So basically, first focus on the career that, or the department that you want to build a career, because now it's not so easy. It's not like you will just go for a 3 month course and you'll get a job and you will remain in job for the next 10 years or 15 years. The industry has already changed. If you agree with that, that is very good. Else the like you see the reality. So you have to understand the fundamentals of AI, what is machine learning, what is natural language processing, what is deep learning, how to design algorithms, everything you have to understand, because as a process designer, as a process implementer, you will not be working as a clerical or the work or clerical positions. You have to and handle the AI tools, so you have to have a deeper understanding how to work with AI, and that is why even the regulators are working on the AI, right? And then you go deep into these departments, learn also the database like SQL. Python is very important. If you can learn, that will help you a lot, because Python is a like a fundamental language, the base language for all the artificial intelligence. The AI is developed on the Python, so a lot of Python libraries are called for handling a lot of AI process. And so these are the things, and you have to study. And then obviously you should work on some mini projects, and so that you can showcase that you have worked on that, and company can be convinced like, yes, you have worked on some project and you know how to work with AI. If suppose like I talk you like suppose we give you a task or assignment, like we'll give you 2000 or 10,000 data sets of the patient data sets of the last trial. So you have to create an algorithm, AI model, where you can suggest that these are the patients which are like higher chance that they will complete the trial. So this is like things that you have to do to showcase. And for CR, EDC data entry, TMF process, shadow CRA on the site visit. So learn how AI is used to risk monitoring and site selection. For every department, like for CDM, uh, the query lifecycle, data cleaning, SDM mapping, and understand how AI automates edit checks and medical coding. So gist of that, crux of the entire thing, like you have to now understand how AI is working. AI is not a software. Make it a point. AI is not a software. AI is not any kind of tool. AI is like equally, sometimes more smarter than you. So it is your competitors. AI is your competitor. So you have to be more smart, smarter than AI. And even like it is a very strong horse, and which can take you to the very high speed, long destination. But you need to know how to control that horse. Otherwise, that will like let you fall. So that is very important. And for freshers, like it is again, for even the professionals who are into the industry, they have to understand like the basic workflow. Then you have to also learn AI, and you can build a project so that you can demonstrate like how you can, even in your department, you can create one project or one system so that you can show that yes, there may be some process that you can use AI to speed up the process, because even not all the big companies, even the smaller companies are implementing AI. There they will be looking for some professionals, senior professionals who have good knowledge of the artificial intelligence, so that they can develop, deploy some system, AI system into their system, right? So these are the few like target roles for the people. So CR, CRA, CDM. And if you want to AI skills to add, that is risk-based monitoring algorithm, CTMS analytics, AI assisted site for the CRA people, for CDM, machine learning for anomaly detection, Python, R, natural language processing for automated query resolutions. CDISC plus AI governance is also required for the CDM people who are looking for a career in the CDM. For pharmacovigilance, natural language processing for case intake, and then AI powered literature monitoring is required for that. For RA, you need to write dossiers through your Gen AI, that is ChatGPT or Gemini, right? Yeah, so FDA approved from in May 2025 this. So these are the things that you have to do, and there's nothing to worry more about that. But yes, the things are not the same that was in 2024. So since 25, we have seen a lot of change, and on daily basis, if you are actually on the world, on the internet, so you see on the daily basis there are new therapy, new techniques, and new drugs are being developed for some of the disease which we are like pending for last 50 years, 30 years. It's all because of the AI, and the industry is silently implementing AI. So you can go check with these websites also. But yes, if you see the right training, which is also required. So we have designed, we are the first in not only country, globally also. We have designed a complete course. So I'll share you the page, and it's also in your chat box. So you can check like what are the like things that we have included. Basically, if you see the domain specific AI, you have to like have a proper training on machine learning, natural language processing, vision, computer vision, which specifically applies to the clinical research CDM PVRA process. We should not learn a generic artificial intelligence, because your generic AI is of no use, because the same tool is for different purpose. So you need to learn how AI is going to be implemented, or you can implement your AI into your process. And if you want to work in CR, so focus on CR only. If you want to work on CDM, focus on CDM only. Don't learn everything. Like, but yes, fundamental knowledge is required because it's all interrelated. Then uh, you may be worried that you have to learn a lot of programming language. So that is not actually required. A lot of tools are there. You are not going to become a software developer or the programmer, AI programmer. There are people for that. And we have designed a complete course. It's a 5-month course where we are teaching a lot of students and about how to work with AI, how to design AI without any coding. Obviously, a bit is required, but that is very fundamental. Everybody can understand that. And so also like you should go for some industry aligned program which is aligned for the industry. So and of course the placement support is required. So any program you can go. There's only thing that it checks like when we talk AI, lot of programs we see like we are the pioneer. We are the first in this country and USA to launch this or design this course. And but now everybody is copying our like syllabus. A lot of people are like I see, but they don't have a in-depth like the targeted topics like what to teach in for the clinical research. They're just giving you a 30 hours course on the fundamental AI, like what is generative AI, what is NLP, what is computer, but they don't teach you how to create an algorithm. And again, I'm telling you, you are going to compete with the one of the most advanced or the smartest brain the human ever have witnessed, that is artificial intelligence. You don't have an idea even the world has already started working on artificial general intelligence, and this artificial general intelligence is going to change everything of the industry. So this is a time like to wake up, and we'll see like the what the future of the clinical trial career. So what the next 3 to 5 years look like. Hybrid role will dominate: clinical AI analyst, PV automation list, lead, regulatory AI strategist, data quality architect, and domain experts paired with AI skills are high in demand. The regulators requires AI model to be validated and transparent FDA, EMF frameworks. Key topics to master, that is machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, RPA, generative AI, which needs to be applied to the CR, CDM, and PV, and risk of an action. Like if you don't learn, again, that is your risk, but the AI will not stop. So what AI cannot do as of now, ethical judgment. So the causality decision in pharmacovigilance, patient safety calls, and protocol deviations. This cannot be done by the artificial intelligence. So people are required here. Investigator relations, so trust building, site communication and conflict resolutions, complex regulatory strategies, and AI oversight and validation. So even to work with AI, there's term which is called the training, model training. Fine. So when you will if you join any course, our course or any other course, you will find there's a term which is called the AI training, model training. So model training is what first, like suppose you have a dog. Fine. So dog, you got a puppy, and now you start training that puppy. So it all depends what type of training you give to that puppy. You want to become a guard dog, just a home pet dog, or very aggressive, or what kind of dog you want to, want to make a sniffer dog. It all depends on a training. So AI is like your dog, and the outcome will depend on your training. So that is very important in clinical trial. A big threat is data theft and the wrong training of the model, because if the model is trained wrongly, the entire trial will be the crashed, and the result will be skewed. So that is why the human oversight is required until our AI is so mature that it can do things automatically on itself. So for now, the complete checks on AI things and AI output. So for that, you need to have an understanding of the tools, like how the AI is thinking. So you have to understand the thinking process of the AI, how the machine learning algorithm is working, so that you can check whether the output is right or wrong. So don't worry, this is your window of around 3 years. You can get into the process, get yourself trained on AI things along with your clinical research modules, and get a job, and then keep on working on AI things so that you can become master of this process. And after 3 years, you will be unreplaceable. Fine. So this is what for next 3 months you can identify any of these tools, and you must choose one domain from CRPV CDM. CR is a common, if we talk about hours, we teach CR as a common because a lot of guidelines are taught in that. You need to have a deeper understanding of these guidelines, rules and regulations of the regulatories, and do's and don'ts. And then you can choose PV, CDM, or RA. RA, generally entry level jobs are very less available. So PV, CDM is like going to grow very high along with pharmacovigilance. But CDM is because a lot of trial, drug is going to enter the trial, going to enter into the process. So yeah, so these are the things that you need to do. And but yes, you need some structural planning, structural learning methodology for that. And there are few questions like, will AI replace my job? AI automates tasks, not skilled humans. So if you adapt, AI becomes your tool, not your replacement. So AI will be your tool actually, and obviously AI will not replace human. Don't worry. The same thing was being discussed when the computerization was done. So computer will replace the humans, but actually that generated more jobs. Similarly, AI is going to generate 2.5 times more jobs, but that is only for people who know. Because at that time also, the people who could not learn computers, they were out of the track. People who learned computers in the era of 2000, they earn in millions. Fine. So similarly with the AI will be there. A lot of tools are being developed, so you have to be on the AI track. Fine. So do I need to learn coding? Not everyone must code, but data literacy like basic Python and basic no code AI tools is required. Fine. Which department is safest? So no department is completely safe. This is a truth. But roles requiring strategic judgment like RA strategy, PV risk management, and CO oversights are hard to be automated. They will not be replaced. There's one question like if I have 7 year in PVCR and it is too late to pivot. Never too late. You are already have domain expertise. Layer on AI ML skills and transition into leadership roles. Analytical role or designing AI model designing role. You can move into that, right? And for the life sciences graduates, like if you are from pharmacy biology, where to start. So consider anything like PV or RA or CDM, fine. And uh, your science background is highly valued because you have learned everything. As a pharmacy graduates, you have learned a lot of pharmacology. So even the PV is good for you, RA is good for you. You can go for the CDM as well. So yes, this is a domain and growth is very high. AI is will be your assistant, will not be your replacement for next 3 to 5 years. Fine. And but yes, make it a point. The trial time is going to reduce from 15 to around 5 years after 3 years. Fine. A lot of implementation is being already being done. So upskill yourself for AI things, for AI enabled process, how to implement AI into the clinical trial process. And then uh, you cannot be replaced. Fine. So, as a crux of the entire thing, uh, I never try to like threaten you about the AI. This is a real picture, and it took me around 2 to 3 months to develop this, gather all the informations, all the authentic or informations, which is actually happening inside the world. And so, as a professional, see, this is just an advice. We never like force anyone. We never call anyone to be part of us. We are proud to say that we have students across the globe, from like even from the top institution in India like IITs and EMS also, and from US, from Germany, from UK, everywhere we have students, and even the people with having 15, 17-year experience in CDM, PV, CR, they are also taking our programs. And even like we are in discussion with a big company in Italy for the training. But yes, why I'm talking about this? Because wherever you enroll yourself, first don't go for just any cheap. I'll say cheap because many times when I interact with students, they ask, I am getting this course in 20,000 or 15,000 or 10,000. So they are more money minded. I'm telling you very honestly, the things have changed. If even if you are getting a free, or there are a lot of information on the YouTube, if you are able to learn the things, obviously the practice will not be there, the clinical trial related things are not there, but yes, if you can learn, if you are capable, go and learn, because without artificial intelligence you cannot succeed in this domain. No domain, not only in this domain. Even the software, which was the largest industry, is now seeing like the huge cut in the employees from the company. So please learn the AI tools and learn how to implement these tools into your clinical research process, because this is the time when the companies are looking for professionals who can implement their process through AI. Suppose I'm talking about a patient recruitment plan or any other plan like the site selection plan, how to predict a site, how to forecast a site dropout rate. Any software personnel will not know this because they have the knowledge of the coding. They have knowledge skill of how to implement AI, but they don't know the clinical trial industry. You are the people who will be understanding these things, who know these things. So you will be guiding them, you will be working with them, and because you have understanding of AI, you know how to design a process algorithm through the AI. So you will be working with them to create a system. So certainly the senior people, the people who have deep knowledge, not senior means after 2 3 years you will be also be senior, and so you have a deeper understanding of AI enabled process. So you will be an asset to the company, because every company is not IQVIA or TCS or Paraxel. There are mid-level, small-level CROs also, and they are also implementing artificial intelligence. So try to become an asset by learning AI. Where you learn, that is of no discussion. You can learn with us because maybe it all depends on your thing, because we have created a very robust system, and now we are developing our course as well on day-to-day basis, because AI is evolving on daily basis. So we have started with 4 month, now we have created this a 5 month course, because we have included many things. And we have I'll share you the page link, already we have shared on the chat. And again, I'll ask my team to share the message with you so that you can check that. And okay, so this was the session, and now I'm open for your questions. So you can unmute yourself and can ask questions. Yes, I'll be waiting for your message or the questions. You can also send us a chat. There was a question from Naima that does participants get certificate for attending? You may get, I'll ask the team, but that is of no use. I am telling you very honestly, there are a lot of people just come for the certification. So for fine certification, yes, obviously that is a motivation that you get. And we give certification for the participation. But the end of the point is like you have to learn artificial intelligence. You have to be master of that. Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, you are
Uh,
audible.
Hello, sir. I'm a public health researcher. So I'm using AI in my daily research purposes. You just mentioned the site selection process. So we know about the coding, but yeah, I mean, what is the difference between coding and the prompt? I mean, as a student of human biology, is it possible to learn coding in my mid-career age? Or
What coding you mean to say? Just can you tell me?
you just mentioned that you have to, I mean we have to learn coding to just I mean to select some our study design or anything by using AI. So we can I mean in my daily practice I can use prompt in ChatGPT or Google Gemini. So I mean what is the difference between coding and the prompt?
Okay. I'm saying prompt is a natural language. If I want to say natural language, means whatever the language we speak, Hindi, Bengali, Odia, English, Kannada, Tamil, whatever we use, that is called the command prompt that we give. Fine.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
when we talk, yeah, please ask me if you have a question.
No, I just agree with you that that is
Okay,
the prompt. Yeah.
okay, okay. That is a prompt. Fine. Now, the language from which we, through which we communicate with two individuals, the humans, are called the prompts. But the language through which we communicate with the computer is called the coding. Fine. So the coding may be any type, like Python is one programming language, C++ is one of them, Java is one of them. But now when I ask you to learn a basic of the coding, means you should learn Python. Why I am saying Python? Because you will not be coding on the Python. You will not be coding on the Python, but there are some libraries. So suppose you want to use a computer vision algorithm for your design process. ChatGPT is not like exactly used for all the process. ChatGPT is just a LLM, just a tool for that. Fine. So you cannot design everything on the chat gpt. There are multiple backend process, like suppose I want to design natural language, sorry, computer vision for the ct scan or the x-ray analysis. So where there I have to call some libraries because there are pre-written command codes in the python, because python is the base of most of the artificial intelligence in the world. So for that, we have to understand how to open a Python program, how to call a libraries, how to call a function. So these are the basics that is required. You will not be doing a lot of like algorithmic design or the coding into the Python as a life sciences graduate. But yes, you need to have a deeper understanding of algorithm design, because chat gpt will not teach you how to design an algorithm for the process. Algorithm is what, like if you want to complete a trial, so from the patient enrollment, how to select a patient, how to implement inclusion exclusion criteria, if what happens if patients are enrolled, how to inform the other departments. So these are the basic steps follows. So that is algorithm. So you need to have a deeper understanding of algorithm design, not the coding in depth.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Parth. And Jaya Lakshmi has raised hand. Please, Jaya Lakshmi, Venugopal, please ask your
Yeah,
question.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I just wanted to ask that if the protocol or the data management is and we learn it through AI, at last it has to be given for an approval. How far is our CDSCO being operated with AI so that it can be communicated with CDSCO appropriately?
See, just can you come again with your question?
Sir, if suppose we are upskilling ourselves with AI, but at last the data has to be given to the CDSCO or to
Mm-hmm.
IICM.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, are they able to take it up with this AI skilled data management? It can be submitted to them in this mode.
See, if we talk about the CDSCO or FDA or EMA, so you are not sending the raw data. You are not sending the raw data to the CDSCO or any regulators. You are sending final report. Fine. So
Yeah,
final
we can
report will
take,
go in the same for any question.
yeah, we can take the help of the data arrangement or no how to write the application or the approval. These all things also we can take the help of AI. But will
Yes,
it be
we
come
will,
by
yeah,
then?
we will be taking help of AI for suppose data cleaning, data log system, anomalies detection, then creating final report for the submission, final submissions, because final submissions is not going randomly. Fine. So we have to create a dossier. We have to create a report for that. So that report can be created through the artificial intelligence. Then there are systems which will be going into the CDSCO or FDA. So already, like I have discussed, the FDA has developed their FDA ELSA for analyzing the report that you are sending. That will be the AI platform. So certainly you will be using your this AI tools for all the works, but the final reports are like the kind of report that you are sending to the regulators. So that will be, there are multiple tools like I've developed discussed during the session. Like there are a lot of tools that the companies are developing, like even the Argus is developing, the Medidata is developing. So they you will be working on that, but the back end the process, like the iterative long time taking process will be done by the AI process, or the complicated decision making process will be done through the artificial intelligence. Got my point? AJ Lakshmi? I hope I answered.
Yeah, I got the point, sir, that the final report can be sent through our side. We can just take the help of AI. I have one more question. So, for PV, sir, PVPI is still no under the process of paper documentation only, and only the reporting system through website. But I don't see any AI into PVPI.
No,
So,
you will
is
not
it going
see
on?
for next 1 year actually. You will not see because that is into the training period. Fine. The company cannot. AI is not any software. Just make it a point. AI is not a software which will just developed and implemented into as a Argus or any RSG kind of software. AI is a model which needs to be trained. So actually the training is being done. You can check on the website like the phase 4 marketing. The Pfizer is using artificial intelligence. Basically, your tool, your Argus will be having artificial intelligence inbuilt, and for analytics part, for any other complicated decision part, these will be done by the AI. So AI is not software that you'll be seeing that yes, this is a software, that is AI software. This is a brain working behind the artificial intelligence. Sorry, your softwares. So that will be implemented. That's why I told you there's a window of 2 to 3 years maximum. So 1 year, almost like IQVIA and Paraxel and 5, 6 more companies will be implementing their AI based system. You can go and check on the like Oracle website. The Argus all AI is already launched. So Oracle Argus already with the AI has been launched into the market, and companies are started using the Argus AI.
I appreciate the answer, sir. Just no, but these are the private concerns which are no growing in the same direction as the future grows. But what about the government sector? Like that's why I mentioned PVPI. I want so ICMR or PVPI government sector. How long it will take?
See, it is actually depends on the government to government. Like FDA already implemented, EMA already implemented. In India, Sedesco, I don't have exact idea because that is, the government working. But yes, if you talk about the international, the Sedesco, sorry, the EMA and FDA already implemented the AI part.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Next is Dr. Anjali Sharma. Please ask.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you so much. I am currently a researcher who is also homeopath. Okay, and I am working both on homeopathic medicines and with bioinformatics with the help of a lot of tools that are already prevalent. So when we use all these AI-based models, so will it be like somehow that all these various softwares that we are using for the bioinformatics parts, we won't have to do it in so many ways. We can just put it on some AI app, just that one command or one prompt. Will that reduce our labor there?
100% that will reduce your labor. So, like, if you can pinpoint your process so that I can guide you. What
So
exact
basically,
process?
Yeah, so basically what happens is like a lot of homeopathic drugs don't go via the conventional drug discovery. So since the system is based on clinical trials first, which was done like 250 years ago, and all drugs have come into the market similarly. So what we do now is reverse pharmacology. We take those drugs, do the in silico study, then the wet labs, and then if needed, we go for in vivo trials, and if needed, we can go for a reproving of those drugs, like which is in the conventional method. So while doing the in silico studies or the conventional pathway for drug discovery, what happens is a lot of the new components are not there in the already prevalent system. Like our drugs might have a couple of hundreds of bioactives or constituents. We don't work with one as a whole. We work with all as a whole. So pointing out to that one point and then doing, let's say, if we use any other bioinformatics, say molecular dynamics or those parts of the study, we need to have a lot of part by part study, because again they have to use another software for molecular dynamics, another for like, so it takes a lot of, it's a like tedious process. So with the help of AI, will it be possible to jot it down to just, okay, I need one of this to undergo this kind of a path. I can just, is it like currently in the current scenario possible?
Yeah, it is already happening actually. So for silicos, what software or what platform you're using?
So we have, see, again, if we have molecular dynamics, then we go for GROMACS or things like that. And if we have molecular dockings, and also for that, we have the prevalent ones in the Swiss studies or whatever, Swiss bioinformatics ones. So we are already taking, because again, Protox and all those are also similarly open access. And again, they are also using some kind of a Python-based background, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So see, what actually in the allopathic trial system, because homeopathic is like people are considering a major focus is basically because there's a more profitable industry. Fine. So already system is being developed, not being developed, been developed, where you just upload your data, upload your requirement, and this will do the things in the background, because all the silicos, all the simulators that the digital twin already has been implemented, and we have used this in the coronavirus, the COVID vaccine research, right? So everything will be done, and certainly after allopathy, it will enter into the homeopathy, and there are people like who are expert, they are already working, and very soon you will be see, because see, there will be no software for that, because if you talk about a software, so that is a software actually works in a way that it follows a set of instructions that has been pre-written. AI is different from the software. When we talk about AI is thinking, correlating, but you have to provide the data for that. You have to provide freedom to that, fine, for that. So all the softwares first will be studied. If you want to become expert of the AI, you can learn the AI, then you can design your system for yourself. There are a lot of tools, open source tools also for there. So you don't need to go on the software. If you know the process, you can design an AI system where you will just input the data. Data means any value, maybe your patient data, your drug value, because what will happen when you will entering the drug behavior, fine. So how it happens, if you talk about the simulator, AI simulators. So when we talk about the digital twin, so in digital twin, we create two different AI model. AI model means AI virtual thing. One model will act as a drug, with another model will act as a patient, and they are interacted in the virtual scenario, and they creates all the possible probability which can happen in the real world, and as an outcome they will give you all the outputs, that whether if I interact these drugs or these conditions are encounter, what will be the outcome. So I am not so much sure about the homeopathic industry, but yes, for the bioinformatics, for the allopathic clinical trials, it has been implemented, and it is under the training phase. Basically, the world is testing the bigger companies, all the top companies. They have developed the things, and this is under testing phase, because AI needs a lot of testing. If you go and see the ICH E6R3 guidelines, so it's a very strict that you have to check each and everything, because end of the day it's a human life. So you cannot allow any AI without proper foolproof system that it is giving always the right answer. So yes, certainly in the homeopathic it will be implemented as well.
Yeah, like it's not anything different. Like only the medicine and the medicine employment is different. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the clinical trials and everything, it's in the same like
Yes, yes, of
criterion.
course,
Yeah,
of course. So
yeah,
both are same. We both are doing the same ADME. Both are so doing the same
correct.
the analysis of the drug behavior. So only the compound are different.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
So one more question I would
yeah.
like to take your time. So what happens is like when we see patients, there are certain scenarios where even if it is not depicted in the blood profile or any other investigatory reports, but still there are a lot of diseases like if I had to name, there is MASH LD, okay, no, or a or as we call as non-alcoholic steatosis liver diseases. So on
Mm-hmm.
those kinds of scenarios, you don't get any blood profile, nothing comes in the blood reports. You
Mm-hmm.
said that AI will help us to determine the odds, right? And that it will print take it out, and it will just help us to guide through the diagnosis as well.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen in these kinds of scenarios where even the blood profiles or the investigations does not help us to guide? Only the clinician's investigation or his acumen will help the patient's diagnosis in that scenario. What are we going to do?
Okay. One question I would like to ask. So how you detect that? What is your process? How you got
Okay,
trained
sir.
about that?
Yeah, so sometimes there are certain clinical signs and symptoms, again, auscultation and all those things. So, yeah, or we have another like pathological, like we examine the patient as a whole. Those things come, like not just the investigatory blood reports.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Got your point. Got your point. So see, so means you have been trained by your seniors, your professors, that if these are the symptoms, these may be the outcome.
right,
Fine.
right.
So
Yeah,
this is called the training. This is called the training. And this is the same way we train our AI algorithm, our AI model. AI basically don't understand this as a software. AI is not a software. AI is a brain basically. It's a very advanced brain. Fine. Because when we'll discuss sometimes about the algorithms and the mathematics behind that. So basically as an output, AI works as it has been trained. So that is called the labeled training. So you provide a lot of labels, a lot of scenario. On that scenario, you give the training that if this is a scenario, what to do that, what to take the action, as you have been trained by your professor. So actually, your AI model, first you will be creating your AI model, you will training that model. If you are aware about the recent study in the United Kingdom, the team of the four senior physicians competed with one ChatGPT kind of like the AI orchestrator, and they were given the same patient, same scenario, and the AI orchestrator defeated the doctors because AI has implemented or used more advanced analysis because the training was very advanced. Training all depends on the training, how well you have trained your artificial intelligence. So AI will be first trained, then will be taking the decision. It's not like the AI is any kind of like magic which will do the things automatically. We need to train that our AI model, and it all the outcome depends on the AI. If you are updated about the China's developments, China has implemented a lot of like AI enabled medicine medical bots. So the patient visits there and they check each and everything, and they is when they dispense the drug for the specific disease. Only in the rare situations they refer to the real doctors. So for your answer, first you have to create, or your company where you are working will create AI model, an AI model will train that AI model, and based on that training, it will make an decision that what the exactly disease is, and the reason why AI will make a better decision, because may be possible that you have been trained on 100 or 500 or 5,000 cases, but I can train my AI on 5 lakhs cases or 50 lakhs cases of last 200 years. And the biggest advantage as a human, we can have like memory of few hundred cases, but AI, one suppose like I have given a case or patient case to the AI, and I ask like go deep and analyze that case. So AI will not do the analysis based on 500 or 200 cases. It will match with all the criteria that has been trained to the AI, all the 50 lakh cases of the 50 lakhs disease modules, and then it will come with the result. It will do all the permutation combinations, all the analytics part, deep thinking, and then it will be coming to you with a result. Fine.
Oh,
I hope
sure,
that.
sir. Thank you. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Mm.
Jayalakshmi, you have again raised.
Yeah.
Please ask
Yes,
what.
sir. Sir, I just want to know this data management. If I'm using AI to help myself with the data management, how far the confidentiality will be taken care?
Okay, that is a big question, and that is a good question. Then that is why the AI is now was not implemented in the clinical trial industry for last many years. AI is with us for last 20 years, but there was a huge risk of data theft or confidentiality, that is CGPR or the HIPAA law consideration was there. So to resolve that issue, there is a term which is called the federated learning. So in the federated learning, what happens, the data is not transferred from one system to the another system, right? So data, the source data remains at the source site. Suppose I am analyzing a data of a clinical trial site which is in the Bangalore, right? So I'll not pull the data from the Bangalore site as a central team, a central data management team. My AI algorithm will be implemented at the Bangalore server, and these data will never leave the Bangalore server. Fine. Only the output will come to the central server. So that is a tool which is called the federated learning. Basically, this is a, not cannot be discussed in just 5 minutes. It's a long algorithm. But yes, the federated learning is a tool that has been implemented where the data will never leave the base site, the trial site. Only the final analytic outcome will be coming to your location. Fine. So that is how the data will be remain secured.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So there's one question from Naima. So you asked about the water usage for AI. So that is, don't worry. The world is working with a smarter GPUs so that we can use. Well, certainly there is a cost to everything, but yeah. So electricity cost is very high for the AI usage. And what is your perspective for this as we move towards global water bankruptcy? See, the world is not thinking of that. So obviously, the AI uses a lot of cooling system, a lot of energy. But yes, that will be there. So, but yes, AI will be evolving. We cannot stop now AI.
Yeah,
So,
sir. My one last question,
yeah,
sir.
please, Jayalakshmi, yeah.
So, sir, yeah, sir, as you said, it is thinking and it's becoming the brain. So, will BI like emotional intelligence also take over with in clinical research?
To be honest, yes. So we are
So,
working. I am telling you one incident that is not related to clinical research, but I am telling you world top brains or companies like Elon Musk, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, they are with AGI. So AGI is as of now the AI don't have any cognitive power. Right? AI don't have any cognitive power. But once the AGI will be implemented, it will have the emotional part also. And if you are know about the CloudBot is a tool which is there is a I'll tell you, there is a social media platform, and which were developed some Australian developer, and all the AI tools are creating their account. Like we are creating our account on Instagram, and we are discussing with each other. So the AI bots are creating their accounts, and they are discussing with each other. Sometimes they are discussing that these humans are taking too much job from us, so we should create a plan how to kill them. This is a real thing. The AI is developing. And there is one incident in, I think, Hong Kong, in a hotel. The people were testing AGI enabled robots. So the robots was deployed as a waiter in the hotel, and that was made to work 24/7 for many days. And what happened after doing a lot of job, the robot started feeling tired and tortured. And what happened? This robot jumped from the third or fourth floor and committed to try to commit suicide, because that robot started feeling that I am being tortured by these people. So I should not work more. I should commit suicide. So there is a higher chance practically that after implementation of AGI and super AI, that is again we are in the AI part, that is called the narrow AI. Then there will be AGI, that is the mid AI, that is AGI, advanced artificial general intelligence. And after this, we'll see the super AI. So super AI is like we will surpass all the intelligence of the combined of all the human intelligence. So that will also have the cognitive because they are learning from the chemical behavior, because all the thinking, all the emotions are based on some kind of chemical reaction inside our body. So basically, these AI are learning our chemical reactions, that what happens, what emotions are generated when these reactions are happening. So certainly, in the future, we'll be seeing the emotional part of the AI also. I hope this was your question, Jalakshmi.
Thanks for the explanation, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, and there's a question, certification, certainly team will be giving to you. There's a question from Jacobs, like I said, the subjective questions, but with the current AI technology available for use in trial, what do you think the gaps are for potential future diagnostic tools in research? So, Jacobs, if you can specify your question, that will be better for me to answer.
Sir, one thing.
Yeah.
So for this module, so is there any discount for students, or no? If they group in a pair, like 4 or 5 together, they enroll. Will there be any discount?
Generally, we don't have, but my team will connect with you. We have shared this contact details, right? So Saurav will share with you. Saurav will contact with you, and I'll just
Okay,
share
sir.
again so that you can send your details on this number, and we'll check. Like generally, we don't have a group policy, but I don't have the complete information, so you will get information from the Saurav.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and yeah, Jacob, okay, are you there?
Hi, sir.
Hi.
My question was basically, I'm in biomedicine, so
Mhm.
I was wondering, what do you think the potential, um, like sort of the future and potential diagnostic tools that can be used in research that hasn't been developed yet? What do you think some of those areas are that has not been addressed?
You are talking about some of the diagnostic tools for the biomedical.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, I'm talking about, see, tools and artificial intelligence are two different things, right? So there will be some kind of interface, or your company or the organization where you are working will be developing some platform. Basically, AI, when we talk about artificial intelligence, so it is just like you are maybe a doctor, or you, or suppose you are supposing to make a treatment plan or anything, the diagnostic things. So you think you have a cognitive power, you have a thinking power. Similarly, AI with the combination of multiple internal algorithms. So that is like machine learning is one algorithm that all works in the back end, that don't works in the front end. So there may be some tools that will be developed by your organization or some generic companies, and for all the purposes. So, but certainly, like the world is evolving, and the medical industry had just started using artificial intelligence for a lot of its process, and China is like one of the leading country for this, and you can study their models. They have developed a lot of, but yes, these are the proprietary tools. They are not making it public. And for like, if you can send me the details of the specific industry, I can search and send you the details, like what are the tools that are already has been developed, and like all in the pipeline.
Okay,
Can
thank
you
you,
tell me,
sir.
like, what is your location, Jacobs?
I'm in South Africa.
Okay, okay, great. So you can do one thing, just we have shared a mail ID also at the info@iicrs.com. You can send me your complete requirement or the question. So maybe we can have a discussion sometimes later, and I can answer your specific questions as well.
Okay, thank you so
Okay,
much.
most welcome. Yeah. Any more question you have?
No, sir, I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, most welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, and Gohar Ali. So will quantum computer eventually make current AI system obsolete, or will they work together? They will work together. The lot of company, even China, has developed the complete operating system for the quantum computing. So basically, quantum computing is like the functioning of the system, but AI is intelligence. So they will be clubbed together. They are not two different things. But the quantum computing is like we are working on that, and a lot of like algorithm already has been designed. China has already launched operating system. Anybody can download and work on that. But AI and quantum computing will be working together, so they will not be obsolete. Partha, please mention the 5-month course fees. Okay, Partha, just give me a moment. I'll just share one page, and already we have. Just give me a moment. So for all of you, this is our website. We have already shared in the message chat box. You can just copy it. So this is our program where this is a 5-month program of almost 200 plus hours. It was 200, now it's around 250 hours because we increased. The actual fees is for the Indian students is 50,000, but we are giving a very limited 50% discount for this batch only. And because earlier we had a discount, but we have closed that, and now this is going to be closed. And you can find your eligibility criteria, and these are few of the students who are from various part of the globe, and you can find some basic information about this. And these are the detailed course modules that you can see. Like every on every button, you can go and click it, and you will find the in-depth topics. Like if you can see, if I say you the CDM, so you can find what are the topics we are teaching here in the, even like more topics we are adding, so that will be updated. So we'll see everything from the automated data extraction to intelligent data cleaning and query management, enhanced medical coding. Everything will be teaching you. For there are multiple modules, like for the PV, these modules will be taught to you. So after this course, we expect you to become an expert of all the process, and you can work with all any of the AI tools. A lot of projects will be there, a lot of tools will be taught for this, and my team can share the details. As of now, for this batch, we are giving you one pre-placement training module, which have a lot of like topics. So you can see even the spoken English is taught in this, because a lot of people are not English spoken people. So we also teach them. Then out of 3, you can choose any one, like clinical research or pharmacovigilance or CDM as a free add-on. So the clinical research module will be live classes. The PV and CDM will be pre-recorded lectures. But and everything is covered. You can go and check in this also. Everything is covered here, right? And every topic is covered here and by the top professionals. So apart from that, this is actually the expert. So you will refresh the page, you will find this page like these are the recorded lectures here. So you will just refresh the page, the error will go, and you can check what are the advantage. So we are giving you complete live classes will be there. One advantage with this batch as an offer, we are giving you lifetime LMS access. Fine. So LMS access will be all the software, all the training modules, all the recorded lecture, live classes will be recorded and will be made available on your LMS. So that will be there. And so again, we are also giving a placement. Though this is not a main clinical research program, this is a AI for the clinical research program, but also we to the fresher, we are giving a complete 100% placement support, where you will be getting the unlimited placement and interview opportunities with the CROs. And certainly after AI, there is you will not feel any challenge in cracking any interview, because even companies are looking for the people with the AI skills. Everyone is implementing. So there will be 2-3 certifications, like one for advanced diploma in artificial intelligence in clinical research. Second will be advanced diploma in clinical research or clinical data management or pharmacovigilance, whatsoever module you take. And certainly we are starting a batch maybe like within few days. So you will get update about that in your message or and also on this page. And if you are interested, you can just ping us. If you have any question, you can come to this page. FAQs is very rich. We have all the questions answered, and a lot of questions from the industry also answered. So as of now, you can see like the offer is going on. So you should take advantage. There is one thing like this 25,000 you can pay either in 2 installment if you want to pay by yourself, or we have a EMI payment also through the credit card. So if you have credit card, you can make a payment and convert into the EMI. And we have the international payment gateway, so you can make the payment as you wish. So yeah, I hope I answered your questions, Parth. Any more question? I'm waiting for your question. So still no question. So see, actually, there's one hand raised. Jayalakshmi, if you have any question again, or
No, sir, I am done. Actually, that's past. I raised hand.
okay, got it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, got it. Perfect. So, if you don't have any question right now, so we can connect anytime. My team will send you. There's one thing. I'm sorry to say that, but we have a clear policy that we don't make a cold call, and we make we don't chase people just for admission. Maybe this is a practice with the Indian students that they wait for the call, but because we are more focused towards quality education, we work very hard with the students by going deep into the topic. We want to make it understand each and every topic. So if you are interested in this course, my team will contact you, and you can just either schedule a call with them, or you can call them back, and or you can ask me or my team to call you so that we can connect and discuss. And if you're ready, then yeah, Jalakshmi, please ask question here.
Yeah. So in the pre-placement training, so after that, are you going to give them some a placement is also there after the training?
Yes, placement support that is there in the program that I shared you. Like this is unlimited placement support that we are giving. I think this is there. So placement support is a part of this. Yeah.
Starting package there, because I am a lecturer. I want
Package
to
all see we discuss in the things like if you are fresher, the starting packet would be around 3 to 5 lakhs. Without AI, this is the industry standard. But what Google says is around 8 lakhs, but we don't claim 8 lakhs. It would be around 5 to 6 lakhs as inter-level AI expert, right? This CR or PV or CDM expert with the AI knowledge skills.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so that would be entry level. That is like again, and the industry has just started developing, and that's why we have developed this course in July only, as the ICH announced, and still the development is going on. So this is a very early to say, but yes, after 1 year or 6 months, maybe 6 months, the entry level salary would be at least 6 lakhs for the entry level people who have good command on the artificial intelligence.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So if we don't have a question, so maybe call it a day. I'll check if there is any more question. Yeah, there is a question. So is question from Krithiga Baburaj. Is software training provided in this course? Certainly, software courses for their CRPV CDM will be there. Apart from that, there are a lot of training, the agentic model, the AI tools, AI software, not AI software, I'll not call it AI software, it's AI tools. Training will be there. A lot of projects are there. So you have to do a lot of projects, you have to design a lot of process, you will be trained on how to design a patient recruitment plan, inclusion exclusion plan, or data management, data cleaning plan, the drug signal detection, adverse event detection plan, or a algorithm. That all will be trained in this program. So yes, software training is the part of this. Param Sengupta, today is not possible to get the certification, obviously by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because we have to create the certificate. So you'll be getting the certificate. All the people who have participated will be getting the certificate. Or just you can share your name and on the number that I have shared, that is a WhatsApp number, and you can just share your details on this number, and my team will send you within a day or two the certificate. You will be getting the certificate. Okay, so is there any question? I'm waiting for that. So no question. Perfect. So if you don't have a question, so certainly we can connect anytime. And I hope I was able to pass you some information about the AI into the clinical trial industry. We are working very hard. We are doing daily research, and maybe within few days we'll be having more webinars, and maybe I try to include more things into our presentation. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to this webinar. Hope to see you soon. If you are interested, please ping us back, and my team will contact you. If you're interested, we can meet in class so that we can discuss the things in depth.